Welcome everyone to In the Bread podcast. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, that did me in.
Sounded like you were sitting on that for a while.
Yeah. That's what Georgie said.
It's like you were mid-shit.
No, yes, well, I'm not one to
it was a big one. You ever have those shits where like you can feel it, but you know that it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And you get to that like midway point and you just want it to be over.
It's called childbirth.
And then there's a point just after that where it just slides straight out.
It's like your anus is given up. And
Yeah.
that everyone is Nuggsy. And we also have Aunwit.
I too am also have an anus that shits.
Have the big shit.
It's not nice having a shit that hurts. And I'm dead.
No.
What?
Who also shits.
It's amazing. You just
Still waiting for the verdict.
Well, poop is one of those things that is very much a necessity, but we try and get rid of it as much as we can. If we could find a way to make it a valuable resource within society, then society would be great.
That's so deep.
I mean, aren't there? I'm sure there are applications for it.
A poop app. What do you mean applications?
Yeah,
What, a face mask. Ew, dude, ew.
I mean, there are worse things you could use it for.
And speaking of shit, it was Aunwit's birthday celebration just the other night.
Yeah.
And
What a nice segue. What a nice segue.
Segue. It's like a
Segway.
Broadway.
Segway.
So
It's a segue.
So my review. You know what's scary? I actually walked past a restaurant today. Again.
Oh,
I was going to
Haunted.
Wait,
client. What?
Oh,
Huh? Yeah.
going to where?
My client. A prostitute now. No, I community support.
It's about time.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I walked past the place and I was like, "Oh, I ate there just the other day. You fuckers! Don't mess it up next time." And the my reviews are in for both
let's take a look at those reviews.
the restaurant and the nightclub. Oh my gosh! How much longer did you stay, Nuggsy, after I'd left? Or did no? Yeah.
Stayed with me.
Yeah, we.
The whole night.
I don't remember the exact time, but I know that I had 2 minutes to get to my train.
It would have been like around 1-ish. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was about half past. Yeah, it was from 1, maybe half past 1. Because I don't think I got home till maybe about half past. No, I think I'm till like 2:30.
Oh my word!
I think it was
2.
close to 1 or just after 1 or something.
Close to 1. Close to. Wait, hang on.
1.
1. Close.
Or
So it was
half past
2.
1.
So it was 2. Wait, hang on. Close to.
Because I went to bed. I ended up sleeping at around 3.
Close to 1-3.
Yes. Because I wanted to finish an episode of Altered Carbon.
You would you young kids with your semen.
That's right.
How-
You better believe.
Jeez, man.
Actually, my favorite moment from that night is
seeing
we were-
Leather's
we were-
sister with straight hair. Oh my gosh.
What the fuck? She always has straight hair. I don't know
No,
what
she
you're
doesn't.
with.
I've seen her like
I
twice.
love her. I
Twice.
see it all the time.
Does she wear glasses, Leather?
And glovers.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
it's like, wait, she's wearing. Does she always wear glasses? It's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I've
no-
never seen her before.
Last
Like,
time.
well, I guess she's watching
I
wearing contact lenses.
And I am watching her too. Last time I saw her, she had frizzy hair and big glasses on. She basically looked like you. Now she's ugly. What the
Steve
fuck?
Urkel.
What does she do? Huh? Crazy kids.
I don't know. She always straightens her hair. I don't know what your issue is here.
I barely see her. Last time I've only between.
He likes him with frizzy hair.
Not really. Well, I didn't realize she straightened her hair. And you know what was nice? Matt and his significant other dropped by the shop the day after. My shop. To say-
Oh, did they?
Okay.
yeah, because he
What,
said.
deliberately or what?
Well, no, he said he was going to for a haircut. Fuck.
Mm.
I just realised. And not that I would. And let's timestamp that one. And
Yeah, so you went to
yes, and then I caught the train to a far, far
Well, if
away
you're-
place.
While you're writing down timestamps, is the
You fucking cunt. You know how the whole premise.
the. No, that's staying in now. The best thing about this is that Ed specifically placed the song beforehand, so he doesn't have to edit
Oh,
Shit.
the podcast after, and now he has to.
Shit.
well, we'll edit it anyway.
I
Okay?
can't. I didn't take a timestamp. I was joking.
Well, listen to your shitty podcast then, and then
Once it's
edit it.
uploaded, that's too late.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
So, hang on. So I think the first one is at 5,
Start again, so-
15, and then it was like 5, 3, 5, and Nuggsy opened his fat
whatever.
dick.
You said you're gonna edit it, so I was
Yeah.
like, alright, we're free to
And while we're at it,
blow the lid.
Nuggsy likes little boys.
Prostitutes. Which is why Ed became a prostitute, just for
Yeah,
me.
that's
Oh, how
it.
sweet.
All right, so Matt said he was gonna visit you.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
dropped
so
by. Dropped by the store, and because no, he was getting a haircut at a place, and it was very close to where I worked, and said he'd drop by, and he did with his significant other, and we had a nice little chat, and then he went
Sweet.
away. Yeah, it's nice.
What time was that? Was it like late afternoon or?
Oh, early afternoon sometime. He looked a lot better with his
Okay.
haircut too.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I never remember what
Shots
his
fired.
hair looked like on Saturday.
His hair always looks different every time I see him.
What's interesting is that what's his partner's name? I forget.
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Vanessa has a mutual friend who knows a girl that I work with, or should I say rather, used to work with. She got a promotion in the company. And yeah, so she's like, oh, you know such and such. I'm like, yeah! How do you know that? And she goes, oh, mutual friends. I had a friend that used to go to high school with her. And it's like, get out of town! Oh,
Small worlds everywhere, man. It's insane.
yeah.
She also knew one of my workmates.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, well, her sister mostly, but
Is she Jesus?
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh well,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, that's just sad now.
So why did Jesus write the Bible? That's one thing I knew.
What did
He
you
was
rate
very egotistical.
the restaurant?
I don't know, I think 2 out of 5.
Really?
Damn.
That was being generous. And the
Did you
club
even
was...
like the food though?
If you read the review, I think you'll find out what I have.
Well, give us a link and then we'll read
Oh,
it.
my gosh.
Okay, so I came away from that and I thought it was pretty average, and then Lebo was like, "Oh, I regret going to that place." I was like, "Oh, really? That seems like a." So I don't know what happened on your side of the table. Like I was just.
Yeah, we got no. So I mean, you're on the same shitty side we were. Like we missed out on half the stuff. We had to get the food to set like
Yeah,
food
I did
to
notice
us.
that.
You didn't get
The
fucking-
only other thing that I
well-
noticed was that guy had no idea what he was bringing to the table. Like the whole time I was like, "Are we getting other people's food or?"
That
Yeah,
the
constantly.
faggot with the hat.
Yeah.
Is this your pasta? Is this your...
Yeah,
I
I was
bet
like,
you fucking
"Fuck, I don't-
check
I don't know what the hell is
other people.
What's
What are you
There's a
asking
whole
me
table.
for? Like, I know there's like 50 people at a table. Oh, are you missing some spaghetti? I don't fucking know.
Good.
How am I meant to know?
Actually, that's not gonna work.
Oh yeah, actually the other thing. So the service wasn't great. All right, I'll give you that. Thinking about it now, because that lady come over and asked if he wanted any drinks, and she never came back. She's like, "I'll be back. I'll come back in 5 minutes."
What a bitch.
Yeah, never saw her again.
Shit. What
Yeah.
a fucking...
The service was
experience.
horrible.
Yeah, man. That I actually said in my review, the guy... Wait, where is it? During our second course, a pesto pasta dish was brought to the table with the waiter asking whose it was. It wasn't part of our set menu, but the waiter walked the length of the table like a town crier playing detective. After not finding any answers from us, he probed the head waiter. Upon returning, he said it wasn't our pasta, but he'd give it to us anyway. A true what the heck moment. I also felt bad for the other table that didn't receive their pesto dish.
Did that really happen? Because I saw him walk away and come back with it. I thought, oh, maybe they gave him the heads up to tell him that it was actually our dish.
No.
I didn't know he said that.
He said, "This is not your dish, but we're giving it to you." And
No
it
way.
was like, you can't do that. That's someone else's food.
Yeah.
We didn't pay
Especially
for
if
it.
they've paid for it.
Yeah.
and yeah, we didn't. I didn't end up paying for it, so it was fine.
Why did they? Oh, you mean the
And
dish or
funny
the
enough,
whole
I
the
didn't-
whole meal?
No, you know what? I just paid for what I had to pay, and that was it. They didn't charge me extra for anything else, which was interesting.
Everyone else was supposed to pay for their dishes, and we'd all still left.
No. It was more the idea like they didn't charge for drinks and extra other shit, which other people
Really?
ordered.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
maybe
just-
we were supposed to pay for that.
I think I was supposed to, but they just didn't do it. And okay, fine, bro. I don't
Oh,
care. It's
that's
just-
good.
I was trying to get the hell.
I
out
mean,
of here.
Mm.
I mean they probably had no idea. Clearly, I mean,
Yeah, everything
The
was so
fact that-
disorganized.
yeah. The fact that they were walking around with other people's dishes and giving it to us anyway, like,
Yeah,
not
that's
checking fucking
stupid.
drinks is probably on them, or not probably, definitely on them.
Wait, I must say though, the amount of water we got, fantastic.
Oh yeah,
So,
none of that
I
free
like
H2
good water.
friggin'.
Yeah, they probably walked over to the end of the pier and filled it up and walked back with it.
But
Not
some
even
places
that.
don't even do that. You know, they just see it empty and that's it. They just leave it alone. I want water, bitch, and they delivered.
Scoop it
Good
straight
on 'em.
out of the toilet bowl. And they
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure they served it up at one point in a vase.
Yeah, they did.
yeah,
That was a
Which is
vase.
weird, but I didn't mind that.
I don't know if there was an. Were they just playing pissy with it? I don't know. No.
I feel like it was intentional. I think it's like a design
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's a
probably.
design
Like a
as well.
hipster or something like that.
Stick
So,
that design
yeah,
thing
it
right up
was,
my ass.
So, what was I gonna say?
So the club.
Words.
Lever,
No,
did
no,
you
no,
manage to meet the little blonde at the
What?
bar?
I don't know why you keep bringing this bitch up.
No, it
She's
doesn't.
not even attractive.
It
I
doesn't.
don't
Even,
know why you keep bringing her up.
it doesn't specifically have to be her. It can be any girl who's little and blonde. A little
You said
blonde.
the,
Well,
so obviously
the.
it means one.
Well,
that was the
inspired by.
It was the Sheila that Lever works with. She was blonde and smallish.
Oh yeah, the one that got shit faced and had to go.
Yeah.
Wait, shit faced. Wait,
Yeah,
there's
she
only
got
one blonde
very
girl
waist.
Yeah.
with the guy with the bald head. That wasn't me. No.
What about him?
No. There was a young blonde girl there too. She was
Who was she
gone more
with?
than half the time she was
They
there.
weren't with anyone. What do you mean? Was she with? She was
Well-
with a whole bunch of people.
I mean, everyone there seemed to have a partner. It was
No one had a partner except for Matt and
Matt and Thingy. Then there was the bald
And
guy
you.
and me and Leber and his sister. And it was all partners.
there was
Rita
no partners.
and Greg,
What the hell are you talking about? You're just making names up now.
Lisa, and
Liza Minnelli? Or-
Liza Minnelli. Yeah.
I remember Liza being there.
And who that blonde guy who no, it wasn't blonde, he was ginger and really thin. He wasn't even you hired
Ginger.
him. He was a ginger. Lever hired him because he was attractive. Trying to make me jealous. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, what about him?
Who is he?
He's a workmate.
A
Just
work-
like the blonde girl was a workmate,
Uh-huh.
and the bald dude was a
Oh,
workmate.
I'm looking
Speaking
at
of which-
pictures of that night. There is no blonde girl in existence.
Maybe he
Yeah,
didn't take
because
any credit for it.
as I said, she wasn't there. Like she was downstairs, like buying drinks like crazy and dancing.
Oh,
they
that's probably
disappeared.
why.
They disappeared from the club for a bit and came back.
So,
What happened with that guy in his jacket? Did they find
Nope.
out what happened or?
I went back and
What guy? What jacket? What?
the bald guy
Yeah,
he
yeah.
left his jacket upstairs in the private function area.
He was an awesome dude. I liked him.
He's a very friendly guy. Everyone
Yeah.
likes him. Unfortunately, he left his jacket upstairs, and when they cleared it out, for
What
some
time is
reason-
this? Is this like
I don't-
closing?
No,
No, this is like what 12 o'clock maybe.
not even. No, earlier than that, like probably 11, 10. Who knows? But
Ooh, I was still there at 11:10.
okay, well, it was around the time you were there. I think that's when he lost it, and his jacket was upstairs. We all saw it.
Yeah,
And they cleared out the room. They got rid of those empty cups that had no drinks in there, whatsoever.
like that thing that looked like it was a
And-
side of water that wasn't actually water. It was just empty cups.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
That
was
made no sense.
when I left. They were still there, so it must have happened after I left.
Okay. Must
Just
have
clearing my
happened
fucking name, considering someone's dad accused me of stealing a
after.
phone.
Get over it.
No!
And we're still waiting on that phone to return, and no one will get blamed.
Have
Anyway,
you tried calling
his
it?
His jacket got stolen, I guess, or the dickheads picked it up and took it. And we don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
I went back on Monday to see, like, security footage, whatever. Yeah, our security footage wasn't very clear. Well, what kind of fucking security footage do you have there? What kind of security system do you have?
They
You
probably
can't
didn't even
see anything
check.
clearly.
They probably didn't even check. They just said, "Oh yeah, we couldn't see much."
Oh, bull fucking
Just so
horseshit.
they didn't have to look.
No, bullshit. If you were the coppers, they would have that security footage out there so damn quick. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my policeman uniform. Usually it's for strip parties. It's gonna be for this free... Oh.
Yeah, it sucks, but...
Well, did
Well,
he
not
have...
just that. I asked him. I said, "Oh, did you have anything in it?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "No."
Housekeeping.
He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "He's just like, no. It was just like the jacket. Don't worry about it. It's just jacket." I was like, and he just like looked at me, had this moment of realization, this like moment of shock. He was like, "Oh, my house keys," and he walked off.
And
Like he didn't
walked
know his
off.
house keys
He
were in it
didn't
until
care
I
at
asked.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it," because you were like, "Oh, I'll go ask," and you disappeared.
Yeah.
He was like calling out saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's all right. It's just a
Yeah.
jacket." And then there was like, "So you didn't have anything in it?" And he was like, "No." And he just had this moment of realization. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, my house keys were in it."
And my house.
Yeah.
My car keys, house keys, social security number. Poor dude.
That whole night in general for me was disappointment because of
It's
things
you.
that... No, just listen. Because
Sorry.
of things that are planned ahead of time,
Yeah.
and then they don't happen certain ways. So like,
Are you,
I'll say it, Cranides. At Cranides Woolloomooloo.
are you
They suck
still
dick.
upset the fact that they served dinner 15 minutes late?
No. Yes. And not only that, that's only part of the thing. They served it later than they said they would. Fine. Whatever. Shit happens.
Far out. Yep.
Two ends of the table got entrees. The middle section got nothing.
I mentioned that
That's-
also in my review.
What the hell is that? How's that even? And then when the other set of entrees came out, the same thing happened. I mean, it was a bit closer to the middle, but they were still branched out. And that each set of entrees took like 20 minutes to come out of the kitchen. Oh, great! I mean, you guys said you guys will have this shit ready as soon as possible. And then an hour hits and they start serving like part of the dinner. You get one 1 meter pizza when they said they were going to give me two 1 meter pizzas. And
Motherfuckers.
the other one was like a mushroom one or something.
Yeah,
I don't
mushroom,
even-
onion, and I think some type of meat, cured meat, like a pepperoni.
That wasn't on the freaking menu that I ordered. So everything about that was wrong then and there. And we got that shit, of course. We got the shit side. To me, it was shit. I hope it was good for other people.
It was alright. It was
To know
food at
that
the end of
you
the day,
are
but, like,
miserable makes me happy.
Well, that's it. I was just constantly disappointed every time something would come out. I was like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" And then it would be too late to say anything because like it takes them half an hour to make some of this stuff. So by the time I tell them to make it, by the time it comes out, we have to go. So
Yeah.
it was just pointless. I'm so glad they didn't overcharge me for any of the extra stuff people ordered. Cause
That would be worse.
no, I mean,
cry.
Mm.
if they had known, they probably would have. I reckon they had no idea.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of idiots.
Thinking about it, we should have got sloshed there. We should have just kept
Yeah.
ordering it. Had we known
I
that.
didn't know. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we just 7 bottles of wine each.
Oh, and then speaking of the other place, geez, okay, so we get there, right?
Yeah. Oh,
It
here we
seems
go.
all fine. Okay, I'll pay you in advance. Perfectly fine. I'll get the card so you guys can get drinks. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this bitch tells me, the waitress, which I was, promised, oh, yeah, she'll serve you drinks or whatever. Great.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty convenient.
Yeah.
So she asks me, oh, okay, what do you guys want to start with? What bottle would you like? And I'm like, well, I'm
Bottle.
not really going to choose bottle. Yeah, I was thinking we'd just get our own drinks.
Triple sec. That stuff would
And
be
then-
strong.
But then later on, I thought, okay, you know what? All right, maybe it'll be convenient if we just have a bottle and just take shots of vodka or something just to start us off.
Yeah.
And she tells us, there's a 1.7 liter bottle. Did I already say this to you guys? I'm going to say it anyway.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
1.7
Save
liter
the
bottle.
podcast.
Yeah. Guess how much that costs of vodka?
Wait, 1.7? Okay, I'm just figuring out how much it will cost in the store. 1.7, 1.7, 1.7. Okay, so so I'm guessing 1.7. Cheap or good? Like, I mean, was it like just Smirnoff red or?
Well, I know they were serving Smirnoff at the bottom,
Mhm.
bottom area. I don't know if they were serving any better ones above, but let's just say
My guess,
say
150.
absolute or something. Okay.
Oh, if it's
I reckon-
absolute, I'd go 200 for a
All right,
1.7.
I reckon that's too much as it is anyway, but let's just say that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You are wrong. It is 4 times that price, maybe more than this.
For one fucking bottle! One bottle!
Yep. She said $860 or something. What? Hang on. For what? For this one bottle? Okay. All right. Let's get the 750 mils instead because she had that as another.
Where's my fucking review? Where's my fucking review?
I haven't even said. Okay, how much is a 750 standard bottle?
Yeah.
It's a very easy price to say. How much?
I'm sorry. I'm in shock. Nuggsy, you're going to have to field this one. I can't.
I already know how much. He already told me.
Oh, you already.
How much is it if you go to Liquorland? How much would you pay for a for a $7?
$7.
750 mil
$7 bottle.
For Smirnoff, we're looking at from the cheap vodka, not the super cheap, from Smirnoff, cheap to the kind of the best. You're looking somewhere between say $40 to $70.
Correct.
Not the absolute best, but for a decent bottle, yes.
40 for Smirnoff, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, as you said, it's pretty accurate. They charge. Oh, would you like to guess? Actually,
Okay, so 1.7 liter bottle of vodka. That was 800. You said
860 something around that price. I don't
60.
recall the exact number.
So this is just one bottle to have. One fucking
There's still a lot
bottle.
of math going into this.
Oh my gosh! But BOTTLE. There we go. You can spell your retard. Oh, jeez, man. Cost 800 and da something. Okay, so half that size. I'm guessing about 530 after that.
No, it's a bit cheaper than that. It's not half that. It's not half that at all. It's actually a bit less than that. But
A big shock.
it's 300 and something as well. I don't remember the exact number. 350 maybe, but my goodness, I'm pretty sure that's not how much they charge in stores. And I then decided, you know what, forget the bottles because that's a bit ridiculous. We'll just get our own drinks. So do you like bring them up here or something? And she says, no, I don't. I don't deliver the drinks. I only serve drinks if you guys get the bottles.
So wait, how much did you say it was? 360 for half?
I don't know. Let's say 350. I don't remember the exact number.
Honestly, that whole upstairs area was like, unfortunately, like.
They had no strippers. Nothing. Nothing. It was
that
so
upstairs
pointless.
area, I was not disappointed by it because I wasn't expecting much. The whole idea was like if you just wanted to not dance and just chill out for a bit, have drinks, and you go up there.
You can't chill out. They're blasting the music. So, look, the only advantage that upstairs bit would have is if there was a row around the edge of that friggin' where the railing is. If there was a row that extended out that was maybe about half a meter, and this is kind of like a rim, let's say, of half a meter. Plank of wood has a hole, a decent sized hole that you could maybe fit a bowling ball through once every, let's say, meter to make life easier for everybody. And then, if you hired a room, you get the privilege of being able to sit your ass on that and shit down that hole onto the dancers below.
I'm not sure that actually exists anywhere.
Not yet.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I like
Ed.
I like how it kind of cozy it was, but like there was nothing up there. Like if you wanted to drink, you had to go downstairs. It was
very dead. Upstairs
Didn't even look nice.
The bar looked shit. Yeah, it didn't look nice.
Yeah.
It was very unappealing. But to me, that was a bonus because I was going to get a tab anyway. So it was just like another area we could go to. But by the looks of it, people were just going up there anyway whenever they wanted. So I'm not surprised if someone stole dude's jacket.
Yeah, no, that was the other thing.
Checking anything.
Yeah.
They were just standing there. Oh, good on you. So
it's almost like you didn't have to book at all. It's almost like you just walk straight in.
I mean,
private area.
It didn't really matter. I didn't really care whether we booked or not. But like I said, I was getting a tab, and that came with a tab, so fine.
Fair enough.
It was just a bonus thing. It didn't really matter. But I like the idea of having a waitress, so we could just chill and just get our own drinks instead of waiting like half an hour at a bar if we need to.
I mean,
that didn't work out.
$860. Does she have a top off at least?
No,
what did she do?
Did you see her at all? She looked so moody. She looked like she had something stuck up her ass the whole time. She was not very pleasant at all. So
no, she was very quite attractive to look at, but that's about it.
No, I didn't even think so either. I thought she was not worth any of that.
She was
so. Nah, if you're going to charge $850 for your service,
She
you
better
look.
piss vodka. Fuck me. Oh my fucking hell. Okay, so not the best of nights, but still, you had alcohol.
No. I didn't say it wasn't a great night or whatever. I was just saying I was constantly disappointed by what I was expecting.
Yes.
I was expecting certain things because I had organized certain things,
And paid for, because nobody paid anything as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, no one paid anything. It was all me. And I was fine with doing all that. Like, that was the whole point.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I felt really weird that you did that.
Why?
Because you paid for me at my birthday, and I said, I'm going to get you back for your birthday.
I also wanted to ask, because you were like one of the late ones in, did you have to pay for entry?
No.
I'm so glad that they forgot about that too. It seems like everything was just so disorganized. They say one thing, and they just stop caring. So...
It was probably too early for them to care.
Maybe. I mean...
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, the later... Like,
No, that's incorrect, because they did say from 9 to 10, it's $15. After 10, it's $20.
Okay.
So they should have cared. But it did seem like it wasn't as packed as what I would remember. Like, on the Friday after work, it was really packed. Like, really, really busy. Couldn't move anywhere.
Maybe everyone had a hangover.
Saturday wasn't as much. So unless everyone comes a bit later. But even then, we were there till like 12:01. It didn't look like it was getting any busier. So
it did pick up. Like, there was a period...
no wonder no one came.
Between, like 10 or something? And, like, just suddenly there was heaps of people.
Oh, yeah. And that was it. That seemed like the key period. And then it just stopped.
Although I wonder how many people were downstairs, because I only went downstairs to use the toilet.
It wasn't as packed as I remember from previous times as well. But it was still packed enough to not be able to move around. So, because we went there very briefly, and then people said, "Oh, it's too packed. Let's go back upstairs." Like, all right. Whatever, man. But yeah, look, I didn't mind the night. I definitely do regret doing all that because I don't like doing organizing. Like, I don't like organizing any of this stuff. I don't like the attention. I really hate the attention, in fact. So I don't know why I got so like when the idea came to me, I thought, wow, this is gonna be a great idea. 30 of us will do something for it, do anything for this sort of thing. As the days were coming closer, I was like, why am I doing this? This is so stupid.
You know, it was funny.
It was good.
During that absolute beautiful moment at the restaurant when all of a sudden things went quiet.
Taking my fucking forks.
That was hilarious. But no, and you're standing up, and all of a sudden, this cake with a candle comes out, and the waiters have got like tambourines, and you're like, oh, they did remember, and then they go straight past you, and you're like, yep, that's just another day in the life of fucking Leather. Yeah, okay, well, I'll laugh about it. Crying on
none of that actually happened at all, except for the part where they did go past with a birthday cake. I knew full well they were not doing it because I had to pay for it.
Oh, what? You had to pay for it?
Yeah. You have to pay for that stuff. And not only that, if you're... Oh, have I mentioned this already? I'm going to mention it again anyway.
Yeah.
So Crunides, they have a VIP service, okay?
A VIP.
Right.
Yes. So
it's
if
pronounced
you sign up...
VIP.
Now, I'm going to quote them on some of the things. Now, if you sign up, you can sign up today.
Did you sign up today?
Listen.
Oh, sorry.
You can sign up today, and you can be a part of their VIP thing. Okay?
Yep.
And with that, you get benefits if it's your birthday during that period. If it's your birthday during that month.
Period.
During that month, so it would have been March. It would have been my birthday.
Yes.
I would be eligible. I get not only a birthday cake, I get balloons. I get free drinks across the board for everyone. Just one drink, of course, but that's fine.
Still.
And I get 5% off the whole bill.
Were you a VIP?
I am not a VIP technically. So I signed up at the end of January, okay?
Okay.
And when you sign up, you have to get a physical card, and they send it out to you. And it takes them up to 8 weeks to send it out.
Right.
If you don't have the physical card, you are not a member for some reason. No, I don't understand how that makes any sense in any organization, because in order to make a card, you need to make an account, which is on a digital platform.
All fucking digital.
It's all digital. This physical card is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Everything on their websites say, sign up now, become a member now, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's obviously not now, because I have to wait 8 fucking weeks, maybe longer. Not only that, I call up, because I have to call up to confirm my reservation when I already did, but I have to call up anyway. And even on the phone, she says the ad says, "Oh, sign up today and become a part of the family and get all these benefits." Well, no, that didn't work either, did it? You're lying to me. I didn't get any of these benefits because you lied to me, right? And I just asked 2 different people to make sure. Like, no, you need the physical card. You need the physical. Fuck you. This is ridiculous. Why do we need a physical card for? And why did I get an email about this as well? Like they sent this email to me on my birthday. So
you're a member for no reason, basically. At this point,
what?
You're a member for no reason, basically.
Oh yeah, pretty much. For now, anyway. I was just thinking I'd just chuck the card away when I get it. It's pointless now. But
I would stick it up my
Wait, you
ass.
still haven't received it?
no, I still haven't received it. It's been it's 6 weeks now, I think. But if I end up getting it, I was thinking maybe I just keep it because I didn't mind the food, and their menu is huge. So maybe one day if I end up going back there, I'll just...
Wait, didn't you say you did it at
That's
the end of
enough.
January?
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's terrible.
yeah.
Jeez,
I mean, I
man.
should have done it earlier, clearly, but how would I have known?
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks.
What
you should have.
business...
See, this is why you plan things, Leber. You gotta plan
Yeah,
things.
what was I thinking? It's like telling someone to get an ID card
Yeah.
2-3 years earlier, but
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. Planning, not
I knew it was
planning.
gonna happen, but that sucked. Though. I thought
It's,
that was pretty,
I just
I
don't.
was disappointed as well.
What I really hate though is just a company that says, you need the card. Like they don't have your account on a computer or something. What kind of business is that doesn't have a computer which has a database? It just doesn't make any sense. What if I steal like someone's card? How are you going to prove that that I'm not that person?
Yeah.
There's nothing on the system because apparently there's no system to use. It didn't make any sense. There was just so much disappointment in all of this. I just didn't get it. But I didn't mind the night. I got a nice buzz. I danced stupidly, which I really hate doing, but I do it
really?
because
Yeah.
if I don't dance, people don't dance. Like at least in my relative side.
The-
So I have to be the one to instigate things for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
Oh shit. Anyway, the best part was Leber. It got to a point where Leber had probably a bit too much too quickly, and he was standing next to me, and he yells, "I'm gonna throw up," and then walked off going, "Woo!" and started dancing.
Oh, please tell me you did a spinning fountain as you danced.
He didn't throw up.
We would have been kicked out instantly.
Yeah, I know, but at least you went out with a bang.
I just liked he was like, "I'm gonna throw up." Woo!
I
and
was
then walked
mixing
off.
drinks, man. I shouldn't have been
Yeah.
having like vodka and tequila. Actually, that would have been
yeah,
it. But then I had
friggin'
beer and I had
sour
that weird frozen
pussy.
drink and all that.
Yeah,
But I think I'm like the only one that likes tequila. I love tequila.
so
don't
do
know how-
I. Tequila's
like,
great.
it's such a great shot. It's so easy to take. I don't need that lemon or lime shit. It's just easy to down.
Well, I've only ever had it the once.
Or we should have done it again and we didn't. Oh, bitch. Oh, we'll do it again. We'll find another time.
Wait, I didn't know what you guys disappeared to begin with, because we turned up or whatever, and then we were all sitting upstairs, and then everyone just left suddenly. I didn't know where anyone had went.
People just kept disappearing. Yeah,
And then-
I mean, that was just fine. Like the whole thing. I invited too many people. I knew that, and I knew most people would like stick with their own groups, and I was fine with that as well. But
I didn't
kinda
know
felt-
anyone because you introduced me
Yeah.
to one person. That was
I-
Matt.
that
I
was-
already knew.
Sam.
It actually
oh, okay.
it got too many. Like too many people started coming all at once.
Yeah, I
So
know.
like as I started introducing people started having conversations. And I was like, oh, hang on. And
Yeah.
then I had to go run after my other cousins who gone the other way. So I apologize, but I couldn't.
No, it's alright. I know, I understand completely. It was just, I like that I got introduced to one person. It was the one person I knew. I've known for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. But I imagine it was okay. Like, I mean, you guys had your own people to speak with.
Yeah,
as
no,
long
it
as no
was
one
fine.
felt like alone or whatever.
I mean, like the way we were seated, like I mean, I spoke to Sam for most of it,
Mm.
Georgie every now and then, Matt every now and then.
Whatever. I mean, it was too big, and I invited too many people. But like, I just wanted to do something, and that was my thing. So yeah. I also have $90 left in the tab apparently. So next time I go there, so I have to like message the manager or whatever. And get tab.
I would go back there and say, yeah, give me. I'll buy a jacket for $90.
Oh, we have one on sale now, actually.
Oh yeah, it's a dark blue color.
Yeah, and if we
Comes
get...
with some free keys.
So let's see. Wait. So you were supposed to receive balloons. Everyone was supposed to get a free drink. You were supposed to get 5% off the total
Well, I
bill.
wasn't supposed to because I wasn't a member, so no. But
okay.
that could have been an option.
If the card had arrived.
Yeah, if the card is alright.
Yeah, okay, well... Don't, you just listen...
Maybe I should
Writing the
review a review before you post it, in case you get your thing messed
Oh,
up.
no, I'm getting all the facts right here, right now. Live, coming to you fresh.
You know, I love facts.
Yeah, you do.
Faxes, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was a kid, I used to go into work with my mum when I was feeling sick. Quote
Oh, who
unquote.
gives a shit?
And I used to send faxes to my dad at my mum's work.
Of your dick.
Yeah.
How did you get...
photocopier?
It's
Hey,
so-
that stuff costs money too, doesn't it? It's not free.
This is business, Lever. It's business work.
Yeah, it was. Let's try it. I was hard at work. I just used to send faxes to my dad.
Hard at work. Oh, that's nice of you.
Because he used to work in the. He was doing admin and stuff for the company he was at the time.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense then. The whole fax thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that shit a lot. Nice!
I also used to
Nice.
when they had too many callers ringing in. I used to I used to pick up the phone and say,
And hang up.
"Parcels, hold the line, please," and then put them on hold. Oh, I hung up on a couple by accident. I'd like hold the line, and I'd put the phone down before I could press the hold button.
I hope your ass got fired for that piece of shit. You monkey. People hate that.
It's like when Kramer's working at that corporate office, even though he's not actually employed by them, and he gets fired, and it's like, well, I don't actually work here. It's like I know, that's why it's so hard to fire you. Exact same situation.
That sounds very familiar. That episode.
Yeah, it's a funny episode. So I love
There
it.
are a lot of good episodes by some.
Every episode's a good episode. Yeah.
Like I was talking to a guy at work. He was eating something obscure with a knife and fork, and I was like, "That reminds me of that Seinfeld episode." And he turned to me, he's like, "The one with the Snickers." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, that's the one."
Why? What was so obscure about it?
I don't know. It was like just that thing that you wouldn't normally eat with a knife and fork. It's like going out
Sushi.
to like, yeah, but like, say Crunides for example, and like they're serving pizza on like boards or whatever.
Even the name
I was
sounds
just-
like an STI. I mean, I'm sorry.
Like I was just picking up the pizza with my hands. Like I saw people using a knife and fork. Like, I mean,
Yep.
not necessary, but like you can understand why. But it's like with
Yeah.
your hands. You
It's
don't
just the way
really
some people are raised. Like I used to get told off for using my hands because that's
fuck
disgusting.
that.
Or it's rude or whatever. That was fucking rude. It's the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to be eaten.
If at someone's house, maybe I can see.
Nah,
that.
I still don't care. I use my hands. Stuff that. Use my hands when possible.
But yeah, like it was just something obscure like that. Like you would like, oh, but I mean, you could still use your hands. Hands aren't broken. You need them to cut it. Might as well just pick it up with you. Saves washing up.
So I hope you guys
Yeah, no, it was
sounded
good.
acceptable,
I mean,
at least, or
there were, I mean, like most of the
adequate.
things that you brought up. I mean, I just sat there at the time and thought, well, this is a bit odd.
Well, this is the thing.
Like
so
that
much...
waiter, for example.
Like that what?
Oh, he was
waiter.
he was friggin' he was odd.
I did not ask for him. That's for sure.
But he wasn't part of the VIP benefits club.
Yeah.
That's why.
He was
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
That's why if we had the VIP, we would probably would have had like a nice, good-looking Sheila,
Sheila with her tits out
Mm.
or at least a nipple.
on her back.
Yeah, there'd be like a little hole, like in the back where the nipple was.
Okay.
You could like flick it as she walked past.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. My birthday mate signed up for the VIP membership. Membership to receive benefits for his birthday celebrations. The worst loyalty program ever. They said he'd yes. That well,
This
it
is
is
all wrong.
when you don't receive shit. It's the worst part. They said he'd receive balloons.
No, they didn't say anything.
He would. Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. I was saying the ads were saying it. They specifically didn't say anything.
The adverts.
Let me. You finish it off, but don't submit. Let me reread it and reword
Submit.
it for you.
Okay. Adverts said that he would receive balloons. Everyone would have one free drink.
Yeah, I wanted a spittoon. I never got a spittoon once.
And 5% off the total bill.
I think you still. You know
However,
what? Carry on.
However, because the card didn't arrive in the post and my mate didn't have the physical card there, he didn't gain a single VIP benefit. Hashtag back nipple.
Hashtag crying.
Hashtag crying.
Hashtag literal tears.
It's his worst and
Sadness.
only birthday ever.
Yeah. You ruined everything. He went and cut a wrist.
A wrist.
It was a homeless guy, but it was still a wrist.
Yeah. And he was wristed later that day.
Hey.
Later
plan
that
on-
night, I should say.
I plan on wristing
Ew.
Georgie. Now, where were we? Yes, speaking of wristing, have you guys heard the song brought out by Robin Thicke?
Nope.
It's called
I
Blurred
don't know.
Lines. It's really old.
Nope.
Oh, you were talking about this on Saturday.
Oh, I hate it. It's terrible. And then it was ripped off. Apparently the bass line or something like that was ripped off, and then they got in trouble for that. Such a stupid song. And-
They ripped the bass line, or someone ripped it off them?
No, Nuggsy, did you just go into a tin can? They ripped it off someone else.
I don't know. Did I?
Hey, you sound a bit different now.
A bit tinny.
How about now?
Oh, you're good now. Yeah, they ripped it off.
Yeah, I think the wire came loose.
This is a stupid song anyway.
Well, I heard, what did they rip it off from?
Don't know. Probably some bluesy R&B something or other.
That's like that Justin Bieber song. They ripped it straight from what's it called? It's a
Sesame
Who
Street.
song. No, yes, closely related to a Sesame Street song.
H
No,
is
it's-
for who?
Mice.
The W is silent.
No, sign up for the VIP membership to receive anything.
Well, Justin Bieber's a little faggot
You-
anyway.
You just sound so angry in this.
I
context.
am angry. You paid for that, and they didn't give you a single thing. And there's a give me your card.
This is
Give
this
you
is
a fuck you cunt.
this is Ed being annoyed in general and wanting to
Yeah.
vent, but not having anywhere to vent. So he finds something that's happened to someone else and complains about it.
Yes.
I'll reword it for you and I'll get it done right.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because apparently my wording isn't that great.
Because it sucks.
It doesn't suck. It
You
gets
misunderstood.
it gets
saying-
the
No, you're saying that I'm assuming I deserve, like I was going to get this, but I told you I knew I was not going to get this because they told me I was not going to get this.
Why not?
Because I don't have the card.
But they should have given it fucking to you.
They didn't tell me on the day. They told me earlier, like within the week. They when I asked them about it twice.
I don't care. What's the point of having a loyalty program if they can't look it up
yes.
digitally?
And and that's what I'll rearrange.
Okay,
the
pop that
wording.
in. Pop that. If you could put that in, okay, that's true actually, because you're right. I wanted to put in the fact that you had ordered it in January and it was late January and it was March and you still hadn't got it yet, because I think that's. How much did you pay?
That's
how
the
much?
other thing. Because how long does it take to process a card? My goodness.
How
No,
the
you
fuck
don't
is
pay.
that?
You don't pay anything for it. It's free. But it's still a card. Like it doesn't take long.
It's free.
Yeah, it's a free service to sign up to.
See, that changes everything.
How? Oh, no,
I thought you were like you paid like $50
and something. I
annually.
don't know why you got so angry about it.
I was thinking that you spent money, like you signed up and it's like a subscription thing, and every year you got to pay like
No.
$50.
It was
No,
it was
no.
more the annoyance of going through the process after like reading that you could just sign up and everything was available now, but just having
Yeah.
to wait because you had to wait for a card.
I'm
Like
gonna
that's
reckon-
the only reason Lebo didn't get it was because of a card.
You know,
I
I'm
reckon
gonna.
this is an ACCC issue, to be honest. Like they say one thing and it's actual lie. So
Misleading, yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna sign up now and hopefully I'll get the card before my birthday.
Maybe waiting a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What's the? Okay, I have to find the exact. Ooh, sugar. The exact name
exact
of the
sugar.
song.
Okay.
There's a song that One Direction covered.
Oh, shit. Excuse me, I'll be back. Carry on. Please
And
don't
it's-
pause. Just carry on.
It's,
Okay.
It's fair enough.
Every
that,
week
you know,
he
they
does this.
did-
What? Sorry.
they did- what?
Every week he runs off and leaves us
I
to,
know. It's
Okay.
probably his noodles.
or his sister. Anyway. Okay, so One Direction.
Yeah, they covered a song, like a really popular song. And oh, this is what it is. They covered "One Way or Another" by Blondie.
Oh, Blondie.
Yeah, one way or another, I'm gonna find you. And you know what? That's fair enough. No, they covered a song. It happens everywhere. This wasn't sampled or anything. It's like them singing "One Way or Another" by Blondie. And the thing that sparked this conversation was someone said to me, "Oh, my sister likes this song, but she's like, oh yeah, it's a song by One Direction." And he was like, "No, that's not by One Direction at all.
No, it's not.
They didn't. That's not their song. They did a cover of that song." And it was basically a conversation about like our kids these days, like not knowing the origins of things. Like one thing happens that's like more their generation. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's where it started." It's like, no, it's been around for years. This is not where it started at all.
Well,
Anyway.
that's happened to me. I've heard a song. It's like, oh, that's really freaking good. And then like I'll be listening to it and be like, yeah, man, this is a great song. I love this band. It's just, they wrote this is amazing. And then like a year later, I'll be like, hang on, what's that on the fucking radio? That's the same song. Someone's done a cover of the song I like. And it's like, wait, no, that's from the 1970s. This song was first.
Yeah. So basically, you're back, Libbo, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
So basically, One Direction did a cover of a song that it's "One Way or Another" by Blondie. Yeah, one way or another. Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna
And
get you.
and so I looked up the video. I was curious to know how it turned out. I mean, it's one of those things where like it either works or it doesn't work. It didn't work for me. I thought it was pretty mediocre, pretty rubbish. It was like more my musical taste.
Pretty shit.
That's not the problem. That's not the problem I had with the song. The problem I had with the song is that the title of the song is One Direction, One Way or Another, in brackets, Teenage Kicks. Because I think there's a part in the song where they change it up and they add their own lyrics or they do something else. And then you look in the description of the video and it's like, it's their music video. It's like, watch this. This is our other videos, Facebook and whatnot.
Gay.
Nothing in the title, nothing in the description, even mentions, even says or states that the song that they're singing is from another artist.
They've never done that ever. I don't think.
They don't acknowledge it's a Blondie song.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, no, that's normal. I think isn't that completely normal? I don't think.
No,
Did Alien Ant Farm do the same thing? I don't think they said that.
I listened to that the other week.
No.
Well, everyone knows that's MJ.
Yeah, but do they?
No, you're right. I didn't. Then again, I was a young kid when I heard it.
I mean, if you go on their Vivo or whatever they have on their YouTube, like, will there be anything on it? Like, I don't know.
I haven't checked.
Besides that one song, which was a frigging cover of Michael Jackson, did they have any good songs other than that?
I don't know. I don't even know any of the others.
Because I listened to the single, and there's like that song, then that song extended, and then it was like some other piece of shit song that was so terrible. I was just like, no, what's this?
Well, some people can only just make covers, and that's it.
All right, they don't state that it's a Michael Jackson song, but the wording of the description of the video. I mean, the other thing is that they wouldn't have managed this. They'd have PR people for this shit, or someone that handles their YouTube.
No, bro.
But it says music video by Alien Ant Farm performing Smooth Criminal. Like, so the way that's worded sounds to me like it's not that they're claiming it. They haven't stated the source of the song, but if they're saying that it's a take on it, they're performing it.
Yeah,
it's their
performing.
interpretation.
Yeah, it says performing, not.
Which is fair enough. I don't know. I just don't like that. If you do a cover, you state you know, unless it's obvious, like I guess, like if you're at a concert or something, usually you preface by saying it's a cover or something, or you name the artist at least. It's just whether or not it's illegal, because I'm sure they'd have to pay some sort of royalty for
of course.
for doing a
But
cover
how
and
old is
releasing
the
it.
song?
Like that.
Because isn't there like a excuse me?
It's
Is there a
like
time limit on how that works? Because like if the song's like 100 years old or whatever,
Yeah, 100 years.
the
Michael
Yeah, but
Jackson.
royalty's
Blondie-
gone.
Yeah, but that's after they die. Blondie's still around, like at least.
Oh, I don't know. Like,
Like
Okay,
it's
okay.
80s.
that's such a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, old, really old. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it just outraged me because I hate the idea that people are just coming along and taking something that's not theirs, and then you know, just it was more that like people aren't going to know any different. They're going to go, oh, these people come up with this brilliant song. It's fantastic. It's like, well, no, they didn't come up with that
but
song at all.
that's how it's always been. I mean, I understand your anger towards it because that used to annoy me too. And I'm sure people that used like there would be a lot of rap music that I'd listen to, and they sample a lot of these type of songs. And I would like the songs, and then my sister would be like, "Oh, well, you know, they just copied this artist entirely. They copied the beat off this artist." Yeah, well,
It's like Eminem's copying Blondie. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
I mean,
world.
It happens. It happens. They sample all the time. They give them credits probably in the if you buy the physical album, maybe it's in the booklet or something like that. But that's really it. And that's how it's always been. I don't think
They're gonna get money. That's all
Yeah.
they care about. Is freaking money.
as long as they've done it behind the scenes, they don't have to say to the people, this song was originally made by.
Well,
blah,
I mean-
blah, blah. They don't have to. They're not obliged to do that at all.
But-
So that's just part
I mean,
of the agreement.
sampling is a slightly different because I mean that's almost like reappropriation, right? That's like taking a part of something and then changing it and
Yeah,
molding
yeah,
it
that I
into
get.
your
But I
own.
mean, like same deal with covers. That happens all the time. All the covers that.
No, I understand that absolutely. That's why like on YouTube, if you make a cover of something, it doesn't get copyrighted because it's a reinterpretation of
Oh, look-
something else. you
Look
know?
at Weird Al. I mean, his whole career is reinterpreting it and making it silly.
Yeah,
But
but the thing with Weird Al though, he says where it comes from. Like it's not just this is my song, check it out. This is. But
Yeah,
yeah, like that
true.
whole reappropriation of stuff, like that's his shtick. That's like his whole career, basically.
He wants people to know the original song in the first place, so then
Right,
people can...
and not just that.
Yeah, but
he
people are-
specifically. Oh yeah, well that's a given. I mean, but he specifically asks the artist beforehand before he uses their songs. I do believe there have been cases where he's gone ahead and done the covers anyway. But for the
Yeah.
most part, if an artist didn't want him to do a cover, he wouldn't do a cover.
That the Gangster's Paradise, apparently the guy was cool with it, and then after it came out, he was like, no, I never gave Weird Al the permission to do
Yeah, I
it.
read about that.
Dickhead. Piece
Um,
of shit. Leave Weird
Yeah,
Al
I
alone.
don't even know why I thought of that. It was a tangent.
Tangent. Oh.
Tangent.
Well, I learnt this week that never to sign up to a rewards program. Ever, ever, ever.
No, just don't
Even
sign
if
up
it's
to
free.
Even
Just
if
don't
it's
sign
free.
up to a rewards thing if your name's Leber. That's
Don't do anything if you're Leber. Ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
don't buy a house.
Don't wake up in the morning.
Well,
Oh, my!
So
I'm sure my boss does a lot of like work behind the scenes, like a lot of paperwork and shit like that. But
No.
this afternoon, I was doing work with him at the new shop, and he sat down, he had his feet up, and I was like doing shit near him, and he looked at me and
Doing
like,
your shit
"Yeah,
near
this-
him.
yeah, in the garden outside.
Nice.
Very
Very organic.
fertilizing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
repurposing, recycling.
Recycling. Bless you. You found a
Um,
purpose.
And he looked at me as, he had this big smile. He goes, I don't really feel like doing any work, eh? And I was like, yeah, that's me every time I wake up in the morning. Congratulations.
Yeah, boss.
It's like, yeah, and just walked off. What do you want me to say?
To be a king, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, you think about the legwork he did to get there. Like, suppose he's earned it in a way.
Yeah. Well, he's his own boss now. And he can do whatever
Yeah, well, I mean, it's his company. Like, he's built it from the ground up. So,
Literally. Because he's a builder.
That is correct.
yeah, no. You know,
Well, all I'm hearing is lies and allegations.
correct. It's life.
So he didn't.
Politicians.
He didn't copy his company off someone else and then not give the company he copied the due respect.
Of
needed.
course.
Jews
Because
respect. What are they going to do with it?
Due respect. Speaking of
Juice respect.
the
Respect the
Jewish community, the
Oh, here we go.
No,
What have
no.
they done now?
no,
Who they
nothing,
killed this time?
nothing. The Jewish community is fine. If anything, it's good. I guess it's good. Well, it's a really hideous situation, but that bloody Melbourne principal that friggin' ran to Israel, who was in charge of like an orthodox Jewish school. She was accused of doing terrible sexual things to students during like the 1970s. Not nice, terrible things. She ran there, and then years later, now we're trying to get her back here, and she's claiming mental health and that she can't travel due to her mental health. And then people have got photographs of her out and about and having a good time going to festivals and whatnot. And then so it's like she's.
Well,
brought
she
before.
can still go to a festival, but she might not be physically capable or mentally capable of catching a flight. That should be understandable.
No.
That was like that whole bullshit with George
Cardinal.
Pell, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's he was doing some work over in. He was
Now
a
that's
part
not
of
fair,
the.
Nuggsy, because he eventually came.
all over the kid's
After
face.
how long? After that, to probably drag his name through the mud so he'd actually
That's
come back
not
and
fair,
defend
Nuggsy.
himself. I'm sure that it wasn't fair on all those kids either. The assholes diddle.
Look, they got a free feed.
A free feed.
Yeah, wait, no.
Okay.
I suppose some may have gotten. You know what? Listen up.
I'm so glad that this isn't a famous channel because holy cow, the media would be fucking us in the ass so hard.
Ah,
Good, because
people
people
have
need to
said
fucking
worse.
loosen up a little bit and take their dicks
No,
out
I
of their
mean-
penises and enjoy the bit of the
There
life
is
that they live.
there,
Or
there
maybe
is an
listen
ounce
to
of
your-
truth to that though. I mean, Lebed does have a point in a way. It's like,
What? Lo has a
'cause,
point that he's
yeah.
bringing out the facts. Sorry.
Facts are out.
I mean,
Hmm.
Lever is a bit harsh with
But
the
fair,
usage
but
of word.
fair.
Yeah, that's
Harsh
right.
but fair.
Who the hell's
Always
bringing?
harsh but fair. I
So-
was even a
but-
hot mess, but I'm harsh and fair.
But like, if you don't have the conversation, then it just gets pushed in the background and nothing happens.
I know.
Correct. It just gets pushed in the background. Oh, everyone has to, keep their dicks together and not say anything. I meant to say tucked in. Keep their dicks tucked in.
So I mean, it is a double-edged sword though. But
It
I
is.
mean,
It's unfortunate because people should be not afraid to speak their mind,
Hmm.
unless it's fucking ridiculous. If you're telling people, "Oh, let's kill all the black people," then obviously you should keep your mouth shut, and you probably need to get some help. Actually, no, you should say it so that way people can identify you have an issue and then get help.
And kill them. There. Perfect.
yeah, take them out first.
Kill the people sprouting the bullshit. You know what? Actually, I got a quick story for you today. This is, a story. I started
Better be quick.
in-home care support. That my first actual thing was
Really?
today. And you know what? The old guy I was looking after, today, he wasn't that old, but he's also got a lot of medical issues. He lives in a council flat, out near, very close to where we ate at the restaurant, right? Really close. I mean, not even
Wow,
like a
that's-
5-minute walk. It's a 2-minute walk from
When you said you walked past there
today. That's what.
earlier, yeah, I was
That
like,
was-
maybe you was mucking around. You were mucking around or something.
No, that was for legits because I was like, I know exactly where I am. This is the exact same path I
Right.
walked down. I knew it was. I was like, okay, that's where the petrol station is. That's where he is. It's literally within eye shot. You can actually see the back of the restaurant from his veranda. So,
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds pricey.
well, this is government housing. This is what's given out to the people who can't afford housing, and it's all paid for by the
Well,
government.
I mean, I can't- I technically I can't afford housing. Can I get one?
Yeah, well, you don't. Oh, Charles, you don't want to be there. You
No,
don't.
that's true.
Because halfway through, this is the second time I've been there, because the first time I met just to make, go over what was expected of me and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. And so this is the first kind of court shift I had there. And at one point, we were kind of like near the front door. I could hear crying out in the hallway. And this person was just,
Shut the fuck up.
well, I don't know what the fuck it was, but there,
Keep it down! I'm trying to sleep.
there were police there. This woman,
Oh, really?
it wasn't just like it was like have any of you played Dishonored?
Killing Floor?
No,
Yes,
yeah, Dishonored. You know the female plague victims, how they sound when they're really fucking chucking up their guts? Nuggsy muted himself. Wow, he must be upset.
So sorry, go on.
You know,
What-
you know the plague victims when they're puking up their guts and they're like wailing,
Yeah.
and this woman, she sound exactly like that. And I thought, this chick's got the bubonic plague and she's going to start zombieing towards me or something like that. It was the most.
Oh, your dream come true.
It was actually. I must admit, it was pretty hard.
Like, yeah, you were like, I've been collecting this end of days kit for years now. I finally get to use it.
It's like a packet of condoms. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to
Oh,
repopulate.
Tommy's
Wait,
gone.
no, that would be pointless. You wouldn't want condoms to repopulate the Earth.
You can't repopulate with a zombie. Although,
Have you
I
tried?
don't know that. We don't know what kind of.
Yeah, just
Oh,
because
really?
they're. I mean, it depends on the zombies, right? Like,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, if they're undead, you might have a bit of a trouble. But if it's like a virus-borne thing, you're probably in the clear.
I'm actually wearing a Left 4 Dead t-shirt right now with a tank on it. It says the
Ah.
tank.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a lever, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, hopefully.
You know, it would be great.
Don't do me.
You-
I'm very
you-
sensitive.
in Left 4 Dead, there was a zombie called the period zombie, and like you had the smoker, and this one's like the rag, and she like squirts period juice in your eyes. Don't you think that would be something the video games industry is really missing out on?
I would love it.
I know. It's promoting female hygiene, and people. Oh, that's just. Ooh. F
Can't
off.
do that. Don't want to offend them. Do it.
No. I mean, period blood shouldn't be taboo. It shouldn't.
Oh, speaking of feminists, in a way,
Oh yeah.
they want to take down this video game on
Just-
Steam, which I wonder if you'd actually be interested in it. It's called Super Seducer. Have you heard of that?
As long as it's not rape play, which was that Japanese one where you literally have to stalk and
Rape
seduce,
Lay, isn't it? Rape Lay.
rape something.
Rape
Yeah.
Lay. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I
right.
know that one. Made by Illusion Games. Yeah.
So feminists against, what was the game called?
Super Seducer.
Super Seducer.
Yeah, I don't even with that rape game. How does something like that even actually? How is it allowed to be produced and sold? It doesn't make any sense.
I
It's
have
literally
no
raping
idea.
people. That's,
It's
then again, how can you sell a game where you're actually killing people as well? So
just
double edged.
terrible. Well, they say, you know, the worst thing you can do is kill someone, but I reckon rape is pretty much
Yeah,
there.
death is death. Rape is there forever. Well,
Yeah.
till you
Well,
die.
not until you die, in which case then, you know, you're dead. But either way, both things
Well, how
are...
about what if you killed them after you raped them? Does that make it better? I'm talking about in game, of course. In game.
I don't think it would, Lerba. I think that would be... Well, both things are terrible. Let's just say, okay,
Yeah, but they don't live through it, though. That's the thing.
why don't you kill them first and then do it? At least have the the decency to do that. That way they won't
There's
remember it.
definitely no honor.
Definitely
In
not.
zombies. Is that
No.
what we're...
No, we're talking about Lever's favourite subject, rape.
No.
What?
Sorry.
Told you it was my favorite.
Sorry,
Can
you're right.
announce it to the public.
Tub Girl was your favourite subject. Oh, geez. So they want to...
So what? The conversation is that it's great or bad? What's the?
No,
what's the
we're
sitch?
just talking about a game called Rape Play or Rape Play, whatever. And it's
Rape
about,
play.
I guess, girls getting raped. You just rape them. You
So-
basically have sex with them, but you're raping them, I guess, in a way, because they don't
Is it-
want to do
Can-
something. It's a Japanese game. And I was just thinking, like, why is there such a big outrage on it? Because you're basically killing people in every other game. So why is it so...
Well, is there a point? Like, do you just rape people and that's it, or are you rewarded?
You rape
Are you
people
given
to-
something?
gain pleasure for yourself, I guess. It's dumb, and I think games like that should never exist. Same deal with like that. What is that game? Hatred, the one we just
Yeah.
kill people for no reason.
All
right.
Fed up with everything. That pissed me off too. Like, what's the
that
point
was
of that?
that game was the first thing I thought of when you mentioned it. To be honest,
But then people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't. This should be allowed to be on Steam. It shouldn't be taken."
No,
off."
I agree. It shouldn't be allowed on Steam because the problem with having it on Steam, like it pops up, they do the obligatory enter your age. I mean, anybody can put in a fake age. Like when we were kids,
You
I don't know
can
if
do
guys
that?
did it. Like
Oh,
whenever you
man.
made an account, you made sure that age was older than what your actual date of birth was. Like it didn't make a difference.
Nuggsy, every time I went to one of those websites and it said, you must be over 18, yes or
You
no,
clicked no, and then let's close the page.
if I lied, the police would be at my door. I'd be in jail now, Nuggsy. We all know that.
So yeah, the problem
Actually,
with
that
that.
pisses me off with Steam. How it keeps asking me that every single day.
Yeah,
That's-
why doesn't it remember? Like
Why
my
doesn't it
date of birth is
remember?
on record. Why is that a?
Gosh,
I suppose they could be using somebody else's account. I don't.
Who gives a shit? Like,
If
they're
it's-
still
no.
are they really gonna choose? Oh no, I was actually born last year. Like, I'm not. You're gonna be retarded.
I'm
enough
1
to do
year
that.
old, but I want to check
Yeah.
out this sweet porno.
Yeah.
So, Super Seducer. Sounds like a drink. Super Seducer.
Yeah, it's like a full motion video game where it looks like you just pick. So no, it's kind of like I think one of those visual novels sort of things, but with real
Right.
people. It's like, or not real actors, I guess.
Oh, man. I'm gonna
Reminds me of
tell
sorry.
Richard about this, and his first video is gonna be like, "Fuck all you feminists."
Oh baby.
Yeah.
This reminds me of when we were talking about the.
No offense to
like
feminists.
an old
Plenty
podcast.
of
We were
offense.
talking about the sex dolls, right?
I love a
Oh,
sex
here
doll.
we go.
Like the fact that
Here we go.
they're technically objects that show no emotion. Like, does that mean that because there was that brothel or whatever that they were getting the
That's so
requests by perverts and stuff to do stuff to the dolls.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there is a. I mean, to play devil's advocate of a source, in a sense, there is like a real life kind of application from that, because if people can live that fantasy in a game instead of going out and living in real life, I mean, does that make it slightly better than it actually is? I mean, it's a kind of a moral gray area, right?
Nah.
Look.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. No. You cannot say that having. Wait, are we still talking about sex dolls? Having a sex.
No, I was using that as an example of the game. But go on, if you have a point to say about sex dolls, I mean.
No, I mean, I think I brought this up last time. But you cannot say that a sex doll is making women an object and making them cheap and making you this terrible human being for using one.
I don't think you can say that either. I don't think you can say that because
When a woman
Doing it to a fucking doll.
and a woman, the amount of vibrators and dildos that turn men's private parts into nothing more than an object for pleasure, completely.
It's the purpose, though.
So it's a sex doll.
No, but
No.
I see. I don't agree with the being objectified. I think that's a shit argument to use because that's ridiculous. It's more the idea of, what people get up
Yeah,
to in
it's
their
the
minds.
intent.
Like if you're, I'm gonna
Yeah, but
Right,
so
right.
what? You could do the same.
eye socket or something. Like, why would you want to even think about that?
Like a dildo is just like at essence like a tool for pleasure. But if you have a sex doll, albeit the same thing, yes, sure, there are negative connotations involved with the sex doll because it's usually associated with perverts or like people who
are very
maybe,
lonely and
But
fat.
it's the same
I
deal
mean-
with brothels as well. The only difference is
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's
You're not being
regulation.
judged by the doll. Those dolls have very accusing eyes, though.
And they won't laugh at you if you're having a small dick, or they won't laugh at you.
Yeah,
if
that
you
was-
just say you want to shit on their face for some reason. Stuff like that. With a doll,
Worst night
you
of
shit
my
on their
life.
face.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, man.
But with a doll, like there's the because there are no consequences of what you do to a doll, you get away with anything.
Yep.
And then they take that that becomes acceptable behavior in
Yeah,
somebody's
and it
mind.
shouldn't.
Yeah, well,
And
a
I agree
friggin'
with that,
idiot.
It's
because
reinforcing,
people's mental
like-
state is affected by this sort of thing because you're allowing yourself to act a certain way.
Yeah.
The whole reason why we have regulations and shit like that is to prevent people from going batshit crazy. Like,
People already fucking are
I know,
batshit
people
crazy.
are, but you don't want the whole world to be like
They
that.
won't be. People know the friggin' line. I know a violent video game. I know shooting people and running them
You know a
over.
violent one. Other people don't. People
Well, then
will
they shouldn't be fucking allowed to vote or fucking have kids or anything.
Yeah,
Full
but
stop.
how are you going to know that? You can't just detect
that this person's going to be completely actually some people probably could.
You could.
Yeah, there are signs of like psychopaths and stuff.
Yeah, but there are signs like someone like me who's quiet and doesn't say.
Yeah,
much
no,
or whatever,
absolutely.
apparently, I can be a serial killer.
how
from
many?
what?
Yeah, absolutely. How many cases? How many times has there been like a news report where like some kid disappeared like 20 years ago, and it finds out they're being kept in the basement for the last 20 years, and there are people living next door to these like the kidnappers going, I had no idea he had a kid in there.
Yeah, like
if I'd known, I would have said something.
It's like,
but they just seem like a normal person.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know. You can't tell. So that's why you can't just say, "Nah, you look suspicious. I'm not selling you this game or something like that, or this sex doll." But the thing is, as soon as you introduce sex dolls, like you're introducing more freedom or unnecessary freedom,
but
to cause more mental, like your mind will sort of expand to the sense that your creativity. It's actually, I'm trying to say it's not creative, but then I'm just reusing the same word. So
let's get creative.
No, it was just I had the same point in my head twice, and I had to think about it. It basically there's a it's been on Reddit a couple of times. I think it had to do with I think some kid in a game like swearing or talking. Yeah, they were just like talking rubbish and like calling. I think there was this particular girl names, I believe, or something.
Oh no!
Something that a kid of 11 shouldn't be saying. They'll learn on the internet. Yep. But there's the whole because it's not a face. You're not saying it to a person. You're just saying it to some random person. Thing. So there's no repercussions of that.
Yep, and that's why Twitter and all that shit is filled with dickheads like that.
Right, and kids pick up on that and they run with it and they think it's acceptable behavior, and it's not. And this girl essentially turned around and she told the kid's mother, and the kid, got in trouble for it. I mean, actually, no, it wasn't in a game at all. It was, I believe, she used to babysit this kid when he was younger, and I think he was about maybe 10 or 13 at this point, maybe even a little older. And he got her phone number and he was just sending her really lewd messages like, oh, send me nudes and stuff. And she's like, well, hang on a second. I knew you since you were a kid. Like, first of all, that's not something that's going to happen between us. Second of all, you shouldn't be talking like this to women. It's not acceptable. So she got in contact with his mother and she sent the messages. Like, she sent a picture of the messages that he was sending her. And the mother, she was mortified, of course. Like, she was like, this isn't acceptable. This isn't how I raised my son. And the kid came back and he apologized, like, oh, I said some things I shouldn't have and it was unacceptable, whatever. Then immediately after that, like, he was like, oh, I can't believe you told my mother, you bitch. So she sent those messages to the mother again and he got in trouble for it again. Like, but this is the kind of stuff that they see on the internet and they go, oh, this is acceptable behavior. And it's not.
Yep.
No,
there's no filter for the kids nowadays. Like,
what's the problem? This is why we should just ban the internet.
We ban kids.
Well, that's true, but this is you can't.
But this is it. The internet allows for people to, understand. Like, they feel like they have more knowledge by learning what other people do on the internet or learning what the internet says. It's internet says you can do this. People talk shit on, like when you play a Counter-Strike game, the amount of people that just shit talk instantly. And there's no need for it.
The other day, we were losing. We're getting smashed. It was like 10-0 or something, and they were trash talking.
Like, what for? Like,
there's no point.
I know.
Did we beat them though? No, that was a different thing. Okay, but
there's
no point.
This is you, me, and you. And yeah, I know.
We have different interpretations. People, like, I guess Volks, they'll say that as who cares? It's just for fun. But I don't think it's fun. I don't think you should be talking shit to people constantly.
I know.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why do you have to get so angry at someone or something or whatever for no reason to start chain swearing or just telling people off or saying completely ridiculous shit to people? I'm all about respect. That's what pisses me off when people don't treat other people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't have time for someone who's just rude.
Yeah.
Just disrespectful towards other people, because we all have to fucking inhabit the same world.
Yeah.
The same fucking, you live next to the same people, like, it's and to walk around like you own the place, it's just...
Yeah, I hate that.
it disgusts me. Like,
And people like on the internet, they embrace this sort of stuff. They love it. I don't know why. I think it's dumb as shit. And I just hate that this is the way things are. And no one says anything.
Yeah, no, that was like bringing up this whole story with the kid. Like going back to the sex dolls. Like your kid might grow up thinking that's acceptable, and then they carry that on into adulthood. And that's it. That's for the most part, that's where a lot of it starts. It's like childhood experiences. And I mean, when you get older, you now have the knowledge of what's good and bad, and you're responsible for your actions. Like if you know something's bad and you continue to do it, then you're a terrible person for it. Like obviously, depending on the scale.
I think
like it's up to you to change. Like as a kid, you're impressionable, but when you're an adult, you should know better.
I think everyone has an inbuilt conscience within them that says, hey, no, this is wrong. We should not be doing this.
Right.
But there are the people who just shut it off because A, they're a psychopath, or B, whatever.
Okay.
They think, well, you know what, my what I want is more important than the pain I'm about to create, so fuck the world.
Correct.
And
no, absolutely. It's a desire.
But what I'm saying, having a sex doll like that's just there for pleasure. There have been people out there who have been murdering, raping, pillaging, plundering. I mean, look at the Vikings. They never had sex dolls. They would just go to Britain, steal everything, rape the women, kill the men, go back home.
Those were the sex dolls.
I don't like when you say that, because you're saying, oh, look at them. Yeah, look at them. They're fucking monsters. Why would you want people to be like that?
Well, they were, but everyone looks at Vikings. It's like, yeah, the Vikings, the heroes, the great Nordic.
I don't think they're fucking stupid, but that's me.
That's a weird glorification for like, because Vikings have been painted in like, it's like Ned Kelly. Ned Kelly probably did a lot of horrific things, but he's a legend.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
He's a legend for some reason. Just like what's that dude's name?
It's a glorification.
Chopper Reed.
Yeah,
that killed
absolutely
plenty of people.
No, he killed criminals. He was cool like that. He would kill the bastards that were actually bad people. That's what I liked about it. He was
still killing people.
I know. There's a great story. He said there was some prick that was trying to kill him. He shot him first. And, some guy. He shot some guy who was trying to kill someone or was trying to kill him. He slung him in the back of his car, and he was driving him to the hospital, and he said on the way there, I was having a chat with him, everything he'd done wrong with his life. I was like, that's brilliant. It's like, no, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have tried to kill someone. I'm taking you to hospital, but I shot you because
you're... fucking Neville what's his guy's name? Neville Bartos? Neville... Chopper and his mate Neville always get into fights. Is it Neville?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Neville Bartos, yeah.
It was Neville.
Yeah, that's the guy. It was fucking Neville. It was Vince Colosimo in the movie too. They'd always like. I'm pretty sure he did the same thing. He shot Neville Bartos and he was just talking to him like, "Oh, I told you not to do that." And he like, I don't think he
I can imagine. I can imagine the tone.
I told you not to piss me off, and he didn't like do anything to.
It sounds like a parody of like a spy movie or something.
But it's true.
I told you not to shoot me.
Oh, maybe it's just maybe we just need God to come and save the fucking human race and be like, okay, everyone's done everything friggin' wrong. You're really bad. You're kind of bad. You're just stupid because you believe the Pope can talk to Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's the fuck with people believing that, like the Mormons believing that the head of their church can actually speak directly to God? No, that doesn't fucking happen. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how great of a person you are. No one has a direct line to God. You don't. It just. Why do people believe
but
it?
Do.
But people believe it.
I have a question for you, Liver, based off of that. Do you believe in like the reports? Yeah, well, that too.
That God SMSs the Pope.
That's how he keeps getting the new rules.
Yeah, that's why you don't hear from God very often. He's still trying to work out how SMS works.
Oh, they gave me a new bloody iPhone.
No.
Oh, the new BlackBerry. Wait, we're past BlackBerries? Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
What's your shitty question, mate?
No.
The
Shitty
reports
question.
that like certain like people have spoken to God directly. Like up until like not
You're talking about like in the Old Testament
Prophets or
like
no,
nowadays?
like more recent, like the different.
I don't believe them.
No, okay. No, I was just curious. That's all.
No, it's all bollocks.
It's just anyone that they might have a dream and they think it's happened. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I'm actually quite certain, although I could definitely be wrong. I'm quite certain that like God is not making his presence known anymore. The only time another prophet will... Oh, there will be no more prophets. Jesus was the last prophet. And he will return...
Muhammad. Muhammad. Thank you.
Shut up, Ed.
Shut up, Ed. Sorry.
I had something happen to me when I was a kid, and I don't believe...
And me too. And I mean,
for a while...
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I think I lagged there.
Yeah. Wow, God is going to strike us down, Nuggsy, if you follow through with this threat.
Cool. At least we'll know he's there, I suppose.
There we go, bought it. Super Seducer, Dickpin is going to record that tomorrow. Okay, sorry. Proceed.
When I was a kid, I was at my nan's house.
Hooray! Cool story.
For a long time, I didn't really know what had happened. And I kind of grew my own theories over time, but obviously I can't be sure.
She was having a bath.
But I was at my I just wondered what the long drippy things hanging over the bathtub were, and I just
they're towels.
Oh right,
that's not a sag.
Explains the wrinkles, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I was sitting in the living room, and I just heard someone call my name. It was like it was like
a bird.
It wasn't clear and concise. It was kind of off in the background-ish.
It's like
and it was
your dad drove past the house. He thought he'd yell at your name just to spook you.
Yeah,
I can see you masturbating, Nuggsy. Sorry.
In the living room.
Yeah.
Don't you know your grandmother's in the kitchen?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm masturbating in the living room. Duh.
Yeah, but okay. To give perspective, she lived in a unit, so the living room and the kitchen were separated by like a small little divider.
Okay, so
if I was masturbating, she would have been watching.
She would have been watching. And rating you as well. Imagine if that was a thing. If you could be rated for how you masturbate.
Well, that's how you learn as a kid, isn't it?
Who are you watching?
Yeah, you're watching the wrong porn, right?
Yeah.
Son.
Okay,
Junior?
So how old were you?
Yeah,
Nuggsy?
I was...
You've offended
that's a
Lever.
good question. I don't really know. May have been... I want to say like early teens, maybe. Like I want to say maybe between 8 and 13. Let's say roughly around there.
That's quite an age gap, but okay.
Well, I can't remember precisely. I just remember
8 and 13. Let's go at 11, considering it feels like it's in the middle. 11. Okay, so Nuggsy was 11.
I do feel like I was younger than that. I can't remember. So yeah. Anyway, so I heard this voice, and it just called out my name. It was just like, how in this like kind of wasn't really deep, but this kind of like distant kind of voice, and I was like, it was just really strange because it was quite masculine. I said, Nan, did you call me? She's like, no, I didn't call you. And I was like, all right then, because my Nan. She lived alone. There was nobody there. And my first thought at the time was there's the story of... I can't remember who it was. But he was sitting at... You might know the story,
I don't know anything, bro.
He was like sitting at the table at night or something in a kennel. And like God called his name and he didn't answer or something. Or he said, yes, God, I am listening or something like that. And it just reminded me of that side. So I walked outside and I was like, yes, God, I am listening. And nothing happened. I was like, all right then.
Jeez,
I don't know what I'm meant to make of this story.
And you said my story last week was anticlimactic.
Yeah, but you built up that story.
What were you expecting from this story? God to just come out of nowhere and give him a high five or something?
Yes!
Well, nothing was going to happen.
Reach down from the heavens.
Why not? He can. God can do anything, so why not do that?
Yeah.
But the airport can fucking let me go through without friggin' scanning my damn thing. Jeez. Sorry.
No, that was it. It was just
that was a shit
weird
story.
I
I'm really waiting for something to happen and nothing happened.
Yeah, well, I kept getting interrupted. Otherwise, it would have been over.
Not you.
Oh, Ed, no, that was built up. It was like, I have this thing. I can't wait to tell on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
What a kerfuffle that was.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
you're like, I thought
if I could put them on Yelp, I would. Oh,
yeah.
Don't get.
Oh lordy, lord.
Oh, those fucking pricks.
Well, I have a similar shorter story, and it's very short, so I'm going to cut to the chase. I was young, so I must have been like 4 or 5, and just laying down on the couch, just
your dad on top of you.
and my dad on top naturally, and Ed's versions of my stories. And then there was a painting or a picture of I guess it's like, I don't know what, it's a Mary, Saint Mary or some Mary something, I don't know. It's a religious
a religious Mary, quite contrary.
A religious Mary of sorts, right?
Okay.
So this religious Mary of sorts, she was looking at me, and like, you know, because it's one of those photos that look at you.
Now,
Yeah,
never, don't masturbate.
But not only did she look at me, but she fucking smiled. Like her lips went like smiley, like her lips were very small.
I love that her lips went smiley.
Smiley, officer.
Yeah, she smiled at me.
What did she say?
I'm can't be held responsible for what happened. She got smiley at me. I just couldn't help myself.
It was
Yeah,
the
that's right.
smile from the lady who gave birth to God, because she knows your future and the amount of shit that you're going to have to deal with. And she was smiling at you going, you poor bastard, I'm lucky I'm not you.
I'm lucky.
Thanks, Ed.
You're welcome.
You're such a great person.
Yeah, no, I
know.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
No, it's interesting because, like, thinking back now, like, you hear about all, like, the weird shit because, you know, people hallucinate and all that stuff. Like, they see ghosts and whatnot. Like, like having those, like, little events happen, you kind of wonder what was happening at the time for you to perceive that event happening.
Exactly. And some people are high off their faces, or they just imagined it and didn't realize it's a dream or something. So, you know, it could really be bloody anything.
You know what? Okay, right. We're having this conversation. I feel like I need to have my little message from God moment.
Okay.
Make of it what you will. So I'll yes, God.
Fuck off.
Give all your money to Lever and say sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, radio. Right. No.
You deserve something.
Yeah. Okay, radio.
Oh, no.
But, okay.
Yeah, the money will be covered in shit. You have a right to say no.
So, I for a long time didn't know what to do with my life, and I still kind of don't.
Right.
It's that whole kind of
Here we go with this sob story again. Ed, I can't just get...
no.
I can't anymore.
I know you can't, but I'm not talking about that. Anyway, this is a couple of years ago, and I went to bed and I was like, "Look, God, I need a sign. I need to
here
know
we go again. Oh,
what
my
to
God.
do with my goddamn life, God. I am sick of it. I'm too stupid to learn anything. But tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do." And it was a genuine. It's like the most heartfelt kind of plea to God I've probably ever given. Most genuine, heartfelt plea I've ever had. And
I mean, sorry, I assume.
No, it's not really nice to interrupt his one.
I assume
yeah, I've
you've
never
prayed
interrupted before. So,
I assume you've prayed before, but like, I assume you don't pray often, right? You're not a very religious person.
I don't
you
pray
still
all the
pray?
time. What's the point of praying? God knows everything, including exactly what you're about to say, including the prayers that you say. So praying to
You
God,
have a conversation with the Lord, mate.
I know, but He already knows. I'd say, God,
So?
guess what my favorite
No.
color is? Blue. Oh, well, He knows already. He knows everything. He knows.
Well, he doesn't need to know that.
When-
Obviously, if you're going to
knows.
have a conversation...
Yeah, no. When I was more religious, like God was like my journal. Like I just say shit.
exactly.
Dear God, today.
Yeah, I'd be like, today I
He
woke
would like
up and
to
I
hear from
masturbated
you.
profusely.
Masturbated.
He may disapprove of this, but it was quite relieving at the time.
It's amazing. I've got it all stored up in a little jar. It's great.
Oh,
Yeah, you should check it out one day. I'll come over, have some tea.
I put it in the
Get
ice
my
cube
collection
tray.
of sperm.
oh.
Oh, jeez. So yeah.
Yeah, continue.
So anyway, that night I had a dream, and I was actually. I don't know if I was still performing as an actor at the time, but in the dream I was performing a theatre show, and I remember these big red velvet curtains, and the show ended, and I went backstage and was like, I don't want to fucking do this. Why am I doing this? I don't want to do this fucking stupid theatre shit. I hate it. And this man with grey hair, kind of tall. Huge dick, no, and he comes out, and I'm like, I never forget it. It was so crystal clear, and it had such a profound effect on me. And he looked at me and said, "Have you looked into physics?" And that was it. And that was all the dream was. And I woke up and I was like, "Physics? What the fuck is physics? I don't know what the fuck physics is." And I was like, Georgie, I had a dream. I had a dream. God told me to look into physics. And she's like, okay, well, cool. We'll look up what physics is. And it's like, okay, physicists, look at atoms and particles and movement, and they're trying to figure out
Did you really not know what physics was?
Well, I knew it was a science, and I knew it had something to do with atoms and mass and things hitting each other.
You
but
didn't know,
I didn't know the
detail.
That's right. I could, if you said, what is physics? I'd be like, I don't know, a whole bunch of random numbers on a board that, proves that life exists. But, so, she's like, well, they're trying to discover the origins of the universe. That's what physicists try to do. It's a lot to do with space, and it's a lot to do with material and things all that around you.
Well, it's everything. It's like gravity and...
Everything, yeah. It's all physical based. It's everything.
I can link a video that... Like magnets, for example. Magnets are really interesting because if you're like, well,
magnets? How do they work?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that's a legitimate question that cannot simply be answered because you're like...
Tell that to the people ripping on ICP.
Like basically a magnet you have an opposite end and a positive end, or a negative end and a positive end. You're like, well, how do they attract? And like, there's a magnetic force. Yeah, but what's the magnetic force?
It's a positive
describing that.
It's a charge.
Right, but it's like there's a whole complex answer. Like, because if you just say to someone, it's just two forces like joining together, but you're like, well, what causes the force?
No.
Electricity. I don't know. Not electricity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just... Anyway, yeah, continue. I just I do have a video that can explain it.
Don't lie, Nuggsy. You have no bloody idea.
It's just No, I don't. I don't understand it. That's
Stop
the thing.
lying, Nuggsy.
There are positively charged atoms within the magnet. The magnet is
within the matrix.
Hang on. This is why we have Google. Magnets. How do magnets work for kids?
No. Oh.
Simple introduction. Here we go. Explain
nice.
this stuff. Okay, playing with magnets is one of the... boring. Okay. 6 things you should know about magnets. A magnet has 2 ends called poles. Boring. Oh my gosh, what is a magnetic field? Suppose you put a...
6 inches long.
Bar...
6
inches long. That's why I don't have to bite the pillow when you're on top of me.
Hey,
okay.
baby.
Okay, north and south poles paint a different color, and I just tell me the fucking thing on the table.
I'll link you a video. Don't worry about it now. Like,
no, this is really... This looks like the photos.
No, it's a really interesting. It's a really interesting question because the guy. So our scientist is being interviewed, and the guy's like, "How do magnets work?" And he's like, "Well, basically, this is what magnets work." And he's like, "Yeah, but what's the force that causes magnets to connect?" And the guy was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And you're like, "Well, that's a simple question." And the guy's like, "I'm just asking, what is it?" And he's like, "Well, it's not a simple question. It's because it's a lot. It goes a lot deeper than that. It's like asking why we exist. Like there's a long, deep, complicated answer behind that. You can't just say we exist because we exist. I mean, that's basically how it is, but on a scientific level, that's right. It's not an easy answer to really get down to. There's a lot of complex steps involved. Anyway, continue with your story.
That's it. I woke up and well, this is the thing. I looked into physics. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll look at the most basic of physics because my brain ain't so smart. And when it comes to maths, I can't do. So I was like, okay. And then I was like looking at like the elementary beginner's guide video on something on how... On the most basic of physics. I got 5 minutes in, my eyes had gone one eye. The right eye started looking to the right, and the left eye started looking to the left, and my brain was just like, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. So at that point, I was like, okay, physics, I really can't do. God, look, you should have seen my brain and realized that I can't do this.
You should have seen.
So then I ended up doing my course in microbiology and chemistry. I loved it. I loved it so much when it came to that science. Being able to look through a microscope and seeing the cells and all that and going, wow, I thought to understand God, you have to look at the smallest fucking shit we've got because that is what God has created from the ground up. He created the cells that created man. And so I was able to see the cells, I was able to see blood cells and all that kind of stuff, and it was the best time I've ever had studying ever. And I've been to all the artsy crafty fuck off kind of schools that take your money, and nothing compared. And I was like, okay, God, this is what you're trying to tell me. Look at the science that explains why we're here, and the science that you obviously created in order for life to exist. But I still can't understand physics. Maybe if I had enough money, I'd hire a private tutor and be like, look, talk to me as if I'm a 5-year-old, but I'm not that rich yet, so... yeah.
I did biology in school, and it was one of my... the teacher I had was really good. He's the only issue with...
You didn't have Mr. Heyman.
Hey,
the only
that's a
issue...
keeper.
The only issue he had was that he was a really nice guy. He was so soft spoken and very to the point, and he was a very caring teacher. But there were times where he just could not control the class.
Yeah,
and a lot of the people
kids
in
will
the class
take
didn't
advantage.
care.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing with nice teachers. The ones that are, I hate it.
But I mean, biology was fantastic. If I had actually applied myself, like, there's a lot. I mean, most of it would have been pointless now, but like, I probably would have done a lot better. It was it was like math. Whenever you start a new topic, like, you start an algebra, A plus B equals AB. Like, you're like, oh, this is easy. But it's later on, it starts to get more complex.
Biz.
Yeah, it's a B.
AB. Sorry.
Like, you start off with the kidney, you're like, oh, yeah, this is fairly easy. And then you're like, oh, but this does this. And then the salt comes in and gets taken out through here. And you're like, what the hang on, can we go back a step, please? But the one thing to this day that I've still found a use for that I learned in biology is Punnett squares. And Punnett squares. Did I stutter?
Yeah, you did. Just then, yeah.
Punnett squares. Punnett squares are used to track dominant and recessive genes.
There's a 9 gigabyte fucking update for Battlegrounds, you cunt. No wonder my internet's been fucking up. Sorry.
Oh, right.
You're gonna play it, mate?
No, it's just doing this in the background. I had no idea.
Thanks, Ed. You're the best.
Recessive genes. That's all I heard.
Yeah. It's just the Punnett squares help track. It helps track recessive and dominant genes through offspring. Is more accurate. So if you carry, we'll call it disease D, for dick.
Ken's definitely got that.
But that disease, the dick disease is recessive. You can track.
That's what feminists say, actually.
The dick disease.
Yeah. Better known as man.
You can track that recessive gene by using a Punnett square. It doesn't always work. Like, it used to be used for blue eyes and redheads, but I think that was disproven.
Wait,
from what I've been led to believe.
Are you talking about those little boxes that you have, like, you draw the 4 pictures in, and then it's like, this plus this will equal this, but this plus this will equal that, and cancel out that? What's it called? A
Punnett square.
Glory hole. Wait, Punnett.
Yes.
Punnett. Punnett square. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. That's the one. It's like, capital F and lowercase f, capital F and lowercase f, lowercase f and
Well, yeah, I mean, you can substitute them out. The one that we were
These are all symbols. Yeah.
Capital Y, lowercase y.
Which is...
And the lowercase was usually the recessive.
It's like the thing... Anyone who's looked at, like, a video on how blue eyes and brown eyes, how brown eyes dominate blue eyes, you'll see one of these things because it's always brown eyes.
Yeah, but from what I was told recently, like, that's not applicable anymore. Apparently it was disproven. But yes, it was used at one point to track that sort of thing.
Oh, man.
A guy called... I was having this conversation the other day. A guy called...
Jesus.
Gregor... I think it's Gregor Mendel or something Mendel. He was a monk from, like, the 14th century, I think, or something like that. Don't quote me on the date. But yeah, he experimented on... Like, he was the guy who coined the terms dominant and recessive. And he used to experiment on pea plants. And that's where he figured that certain traits were dominant and others were recessive when it came to offspring. Like, he'd record, like, his findings in all of it. And that's the one thing I've, like, only... the one thing that I kind of only remember from biology.
This week I learned a thing called a Punnett square. Actually, I learned the name of a Punnett square. So
yeah, if you look at this, I just quickly did a little Punnett square.
Oh, Nuggsy.
I mean, you pretty much
Punnett square.
You see a picture of a Punnett square, you've seen them all.
Lisa needs braces.
Down on
square.
Yeah, there we go. That's the thing. dominant and recessive. Why?
So in that picture, there's a 25% chance that one kid will
develop
have
the Y gene.
Yeah, the two Y genes.
Ah.
Yeah, they won't be a carrier, which is the top left corner. There's a 25% chance that the gene that is recessive will show through because they have two lowercase y.
Horse shit! Sorry,
Correct.
I just got so upset by that.
And then there's a 50% chance that the child will just be a carrier of the gene and won't show any signs of that trait.
This is why we shouldn't trust kids. Wait,
And yeah,
not
that's
not the point.
It's a very no. It's a very. I don't know. I just found it interesting. It was the one thing I kind of really enjoyed it in biology.
Did God tell you to enjoy biology though?
No, he called my name once, but he didn't answer me. The prick. He God prank called me.
you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call God a prick though. I mean, you know, he may be many things. Actually, that's an interesting thing. Lever, thoughts on this? I remember reading this thing that was like, you know, sent out, being our correspondence from the Vatican for the Vatican. There's this thing that read out that said, like, you know, old man's wisdom, yada yada yada. Listen to these, you know, 5 tales
Old
of
man's
life.
wisdom, young man's penis.
Old man's wisdom, young. Did you say young man's penis?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, good. It said that you might get angry at God, and it's okay. Angry. You might get
Cranky
hankering for some angering.
I'm starving here. You might get angry at God, and it's okay to be angry. To talk to him and be angry at him because he is able to take it. He's all powerful.
Wait,
and
where's this from? Like,
It was some
did you read it somewhere?
What
It was some
children's book did you read that from?
stupid email that my mum sent me that was like, you know, one of these viral things. It's like 10 ways to live your life and to live a happy long life. And it's like, Mum, stop sending me this
Did you
shit.
tell her to shove it up her ass?
Oh, she eventually stopped when I deleted my account. So it's
So
like,
you just want Leber's take on that, is it?
yes. Is it okay to be angry at God?
I don't think it's okay, but like it's a natural reaction.
Why does God kill little children?
Because they deserve it.
Why has this podcast not been shut
God
down yet?
doesn't kill them.
I know, man does. I know, but if God is all love and forgiving and can do anything, why doesn't he just stop pain now?
Look, we don't know the answer to these questions.
So
and
why?
There's no point asking them because you're never going to get an answer. And
Yeah.
even if you got an answer, do you really want to know? Like, what's the point?
It probably upset
Imagine
you
how
anyway.
That is,
overpopulated this world will be if no one died. Like, well, it doesn't make any sense. People just have to die. It just happened.
Well, no, people die for their sins. So people were naughty.
No, people die.
No, Jesus died for our sins.
No,
That's right.
No,
Not
people.
not
The
people
price
died
of
for-
sin is death. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe everyone has to die to forgive Jesus. Hashtag it. Yeah.
I did think of something really. Oh yeah, no. So that you asked why do children have to die? If you did actually get an answer from God, I don't think there was any situation or any answer that you would find acceptable.
No. Of course not.
Exactly.
I understand the point of asking, but I understand the whole.
Nah.
There won't be a good answer. Like there is no.
No, of course not. There is no answer. There is
Like
no.
how do you begin to answer that? I think I know someone. I wish
That
I remember the
died?
terminology used. I mean, I do. I haven't known people who have died.
Oh dear.
Like I believe he believes in a god, but he
You-
believes in a god that
Wait.
practices.
Wait, hang on. You believe that he believes in a god.
Yes,
So
as
his-
in,
is your
to
faith-
my understanding.
your faith is believing in his faith. Is that what you're trying to tell
Yes.
me? Okay, good.
Well, no, my belief is me believing that he's believing in his faith.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, fuck, man.
Get out.
That hurt,
Out.
man.
But like he believes in
Out.
a god that doesn't interfere. He does. He
Let's
lets.
see. Me.
That's disappointing.
He like this is the world. He created the world, and this is the way we're living it. This is how it is. That's it.
Yeah, I think
Out.
that's
I think it's something along those lines.
something along those lines.
Yes, I believe it's something along those lines.
Out.
Is a dog in your room, Leber? Like, what the hell? Or did your sister walk in?
It's Betsy.
Betsy. How is your sister, Nuggsy?
Wow.
See what I did there?
She's a bit woofy today, if I'm honest.
Aw.
She needs a bath.
Actually, Son got a bath yesterday. And
Oh,
Georgie looked at her
how
vagina,
lovely.
and she said, "Is that meant to be like that?" And I was like, "I don't know. We need to bring it
Yes.
up with the men." Yeah, sorry, got a bit frisky.
Yeah, she meant to have one of those.
I don't use lube on a Friday night. This goes in.
She
dry.
doesn't deserve it.
Ow. I couldn't imagine going in dry. At least not in anyone that I care about.
No, you gotta warm her up. You gotta warm her up first, mate.
Oh man. Ow, it hurt the guy more than it hurt the girl. It's like sandpaper for everybody. Anyway,
Everybody's a winner.
everyone's a winner, baby. That's,
That's
for
no
sure.
lie. That's no lie.
So, oh, you know what? We've been only going for an hour, 45 minutes.
An hour 45.
Yeah.
How long? An hour.
Whoa,
45
minutes.
minutes. Wait, did you say an hour and 45 minutes or an hour?
An hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
We do 2 minutes. We can't stop doing these 2-hour long podcasts. We got to the hour mark, and I was like, I'm gonna lay down the whip. And then Nuggsy started talking about fried chicken, or I don't know what.
And he doesn't stop talking about the fried chicken.
And then I was just like, well, okay, another 2-hour podcast again. You know, it's quality and quantity all in one.
Well, don't forget you're minusing 2 minutes away from that as well. So
30. It's not even a minute. Not even 30 seconds.
you're at about 30 seconds.
Okay. Oh, did anyone learn anything this week?
I don't know, bro.
I mean,
How's
there's stuff that I read. I just don't retain
man.
that information.
But yeah,
Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things I learned. Yeah.
I don't learn anything.
what I
Oh, I
found.
learned about the Tibetan mind trick. I can't remember without looking at it first.
Nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't really work. It's that thing where it's a series of sentences repeated over and over and over again. So it's like one hen, 2 ducks, 1 hen, 2 ducks, 2 squawking geese, 1 hen, 2 ducks, 2 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 1 hen, 2 ducks, 2 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises.
The fuck
1 hen, 2 ducks, 2 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises, 6 pairs of Don
It's
Alabas,
time to shut up, I think.
etc., etc.
I think
It's like
we've had enough.
What
It's
does
like
it
the partridge in the pear tree. I don't know. I think it's to help with memory retention. I don't know.
Oh.
It's done. I think it's done as like a party trick because the sentences get more complex. They're kind of like tongue twisters.
Can I twist my tongue into yours?
You have to get down first.
Ooh, pervert. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm very easy.
Actually, I did learn something today. There was a gentleman who freed Turkey, who made Turkey, freed Turkey from the Ottoman Empire, and I was trying to find out the guy's name because the guy
Vulcan Tools.
Vulcan, the guy I was looking after. I was cleaning his house up a little bit, and he had in his mum's room. She's now in a retirement home.
Vagina.
She had a picture of a guy in like a military outfit in a vagina. Imagine that. You know what? That's what we need. We need more photographs of like a man's head coming out of a woman's vagina in black and white, like a fully grown man with a big smile on his face, covered in period blood, coming out of some woman's snatch. Have that as like an 8x10 right next to your front door. Whenever the Jehovah's Witnesses come, invite them in and then give them an hour-long story about how you got this picture.
Say it's a self-portrait.
That's really my mum.
Oh. Oh.
That really happened. We recreated my birth.
Yeah, you got a problem with that, huh?
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
what
if you have a
Jesus
problem,
wanted.
You can just leave.
It's all natural. Weirdo.
I enjoyed it so much. We did it twice.
Well, yeah. Did I tell you guys the story about the feminist lesbian lady with the bottle of water?
No.
I
don't know.
at film school, I got to meet this older guy through a film production, and
Hey, sugar daddy.
he was just He was a cameraman,
He's a little
actually.
bitch.
He was actually pretty cool. And he said that he had a friend who was this dyke, like the dykiest dyke that has ever dyked in the world. And that's perfectly fine. You can be a dyke. You can be whatever you want. You can be a lesbian that's so undykey, or you
That's
can
not
be...
what you were saying yesterday, but all right, we'll
What?
let it go today.
We weren't even talking yesterday. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, he said that he was fairly close to this woman, like they were friends, and she had a photo done of her that was massive. I mean, like the size of a wall. That's how big this photograph was that she had printed. It was massive.
Wait, of herself?
Of herself. And it was a picture of her sitting stark naked with like a 1.5 litre water bottle, one of those huge ones you get from Coles, stuck up her snatch, stuck in that. And she had that like in the kitchen of her house. And it was like this meant to be this big protesting thing about, this is who I am, this is my vagina, and I do what I want to it kind of deal. And I'm thinking, how do you explain this to your mother and father when they come over for like a roast chicken? They're sitting there.
Join her. They're probably like, "Oh, come to bed, darling."
What the fuck?
I don't know. Like you're asking a question that's unanswerable. I'm sure that person doesn't even know either. They're probably very what's the fucking
promiscuous?
Horny.
No, they're just so far up their own ass. They're just so self-centered.
Vagina. I don't know.
Vagina. I'm sorry.
That's
You know what I mean? They're like, what's the word? Not cynical, narcissistic.
Horny.
Who knows?
I know you are, by the sounds of it. Maybe later.
Oh, jeez.
Horny.
Well, this is the new song by Robin Thicke. This is called Horny.
I'm so horny.
So, well, as we leave you tonight, think about the sexy dyke. Well, actually, she might not have been attractive at all. With the 1.5 litre bottle of milliliter. No, litre.
$800.
What was the bottle full of though? Like,
oh, probably
vodka.
Period juice, vodka. Who knows? Actually, I wonder if there's a cocktail made with period blood.
Well, there has to be.
Well, there was that alcohol.
Cock, period, but no, cock, what alcohol?
What?
Oh, that was made from, the beer made from vagina.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Beer.
Yeah.
It's a beer.
Okay.
So drums like it's a beer.
And that being said, thank you for watching, everybody. Listening. And watching. For those of you watching, you've won the special prize.
Yes, there's a special prize for looking at nothing.
Yep.
Congratulations! You've won!
Any final words before we depart?
No!
Nuggsy? Actually, that was a final word, so yes.
Yeah, you just say a final word, so I guess I failed.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
hey, let's try. With that, look after yourselves. Look after each other, and we'll catch you next week
Don't tell me what to do.
in the pod. Okay, fine. Die by driving over a landmine. That's still telling you what to do, isn't it? Do what you want to do. Live your own life.
No, they're still telling me what to do.
Next week it's going to be Richard. I give up. He'll know.
I want to fucking go to do something that isn't completely useless.
Is what he would say. Lucky.
Oh, that was a really good impersonation.
I've been practicing actually, because the more he talks to me, the more I want to run away.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Wake up for breakfast, peanut butter toast. Open the bread box, shit, there's no loaf, oh no, my toast. How will I get by? Oh, what am I gonna do? No, nothing else will do. I need my loaf. Go down the road to the store. Head to the bakery, but fuck, they've got no more. Oh no, my loaf. How will I get by?
No, I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I have a clue. It's in the Bread Podcast.